notifications, and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. RCB has just destroyed KKR in the opening match of IPL 2025 at the Eden Gardens. As expected, 174 was never going to be a challenging total on that pitch with that batting lineup that RCB has got. And the usual suspects came to the show. Phil Salt with a devastating assault up front, along with Virat Kohli, who actually batted throughout the innings and anchored the chase. 174 was never going to be enough. And when you have Kohli in your ranks and in tremendous form, then it is virtually a no contest. Going to the mid-inning show, I'd said that it's 70-30 in Royal Challengers Bangalore's favor, and they had to play extremely poorly to lose the match from there on in. And it went exactly the way as I said it. Phil Salt started the innings off to a flying start. He hit the ball to all parts of the park, and KKR had no answer. That pitch is too good for batting. And Salt, he is a brilliant stroke player. Why did KKR let go of him in the first place? It's beyond comprehension. They let Salt go in favor of Pinton de Kock. And de Kock didn't fire, but Salt did. And it was a tremendous assault up front. And Virat Kohli anchored the chase with a brilliant 59 not out of 36 balls. Varun Chakravarti, who has been in the news of late in the Champions Trophy, was quickly brought back down to earth after some brilliant shot making at the hands of Salt and Kohli. But it was not Varun's fault. KKR lost the match at the first half when they scored 33 runs of the last 5 overs and lost plenty of wickets in doing so. They could have easily posted a total of 210 or 220 but ended up scoring only 174 runs. RCB got that total within 17 overs. So they were more than 30 to 40 runs short on that pitch. The pitch had nothing to offer for the bowlers and it was a lightning fast outfield. And when you have got the kind of stroke players that RCB has got, a below par total was never going to help. And kudos to new captain Rajat Patidar as well, who batted beautifully as well in the chase. A quick fire 34 of 16 balls, and more or less it ended the game right there. KKR had no hope of coming back into the match. Virat Kohli batted through. This is the kind of innings that was expected of Virat. Whenever there is any pressure and the total is not that much, he should anchor the chase and let the other players bat around him. You have the power hitters of Maxwell, Salt, Patida to bat around Kohli. So there is no use of Virat to go helter skelter from the first ball. He played the match perfectly today. It was aggression along with caution as well. And RCB won with nearly 4 overs to spare. And this is a huge blow for KKR and their hopes of defending the title. They were kind of exposed today. They didn't won't have that bowling depth in them, and Andre Russell, he didn't look good. He didn't have a good match tonight. Neither did their champion bowler Varun Chakravarti or Sunil Narayan. KKR got exposed a little bit, but it is only the beginning of the season and they can always bounce back with some performances of their own. But some mindless and senseless batting in the first half caught KKR the game. When they could have easily got 210 or 220, they ended up getting 174. 33 runs of the last 5 overs in a T20 game, in a high scoring game, is never good, and the game was gone there only. In the first half, they were scoring 10 runs per over for nearly 15 overs, and then The match fell through in the last five, and what could have been a very competitive match, it went into RCB's favor. For the first time in quite some time, RCB has managed to defeat Kolkata Knight Rider in the opening match of the season. Usually, the first match between KKR and RCB in the recent years have already resulted in KKR being the victor. But not in this case. The Royal Challengers Bangalore finally made it through KKR in the first match of the group stage. And what a way for Virat Kohli to complete 18 seasons, 18 years in the IPL. He has been there from the very first season. He's amongst the very few players, Manish Pandey being another one, who has been there in the IPL right since its inception. And Kohli, once again, played a spectacular knot. In the last two seasons, Virat Kohli has been in tremendous form. Yes, he is 36 years old. Yes, he is out of form in the recently concluded Test series in Australia, but he's bounced back to some form in the Champions Trophy, scored 100, played some very meaningful innings for Team India, and now when the IPL comes in, Kohli somehow finds his best touch. And today he was batting really well, along with Phil Salt and then Rajat Patidar. And it was his innings that kind of was the icing on the cake for the Royal Challengers. And KKR, it's a huge damage for their net run rate as well. When you lose in such a devastating manner in the beginning of a match, in the beginning of a big tournament, it always has an impact on the morale of the team. And a poor net run rate can also cost the team in the latter half of the tournament if it comes close. If the teams are scrambling for positions in the top 5 or 6, rushing for the top 4 spot, then this net run rate becomes an issue. KKR has to improve significantly in the next game if they are to be competitive and if they want to be a force to be reckoned with in the tournament. It was a bad start as a skipper for Ajinkya Rahane. He played beautifully with the bat, scored 56 of 31, but he was kind of let down by his batsmen more than his bowlers. On a pitch like that, 174 was never going to be enough. So it was a good fight from KKR, but they never in the game. And whenever you play in Eden Gardens, you should be prepared to score over 200 runs. The boundaries aren't the big, the outfield is lightning fast. And any team who bats first has to score a big total because the team batting second will have a huge advantage. There is some dew today as well, and the outfield is lightning fast. It's at very high scoring count and extremely difficult to defend. And as the KKR found it out themselves, if you are not scoring runs, you are not going to get any help from the track at the Eden Gardens. It's a belter for the batsmen. Bowlers, as they go deeper into the tournament, will find it more and more difficult to find success in the night games at the Eden Gardens. The day matches might help the spinners a little bit, but the night matches are going to be extremely difficult for the team, especially who are batting second, because there isn't much help for the spinners or the faster bowlers. And if the dew comes in, the ball becomes extremely difficult to grip. But today, the night belonged to the Royal Challengers Bangalore, to Virat Kohli, to Phil Salt, to Rajat Patidar, and the entire team of the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They comprehensively beat Kolkata Knight Riders, the defending champions of the IPL, and not only beat them, they actually hammered them. Its loss is going to sting. While the RCB will benefit immensely from this, the KKR will have to take this loss in their path and look to bounce back because we have seen in the past teams struggling to bounce back after suffering heavy defeats, especially in T20 cricket. Let me know in the comment section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.